I'm sorry, I know I just... Could you please pronounce your last name and spell it for us?
Sure. It's Scheinbach.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks. My name is Ginnie Scheinbach. I live in North Linden. I'm a business owner here in Columbus. Oops. Members of the commission, thank you. I just became aware that Columbus City Council signed another police contract. I knew it was up. I'm surprised that I didn't realize that it had already been signed. It continues to leave Columbus residents at risk at the hands of a corrupt police department. Abuse of the system by Columbus Police is a problem, and there are plenty of statistics and cases to prove it besides Vice being disbanded. 3 minutes, so I don't have time, but to take just two other examples, in 2017, black drivers were 50.4% of all drivers pulled over by CDP, even though only 27.8% of Columbus residents are black. And according to data found on Mapping Police Violence, 75% of people killed by Columbus Police from 2013 through June 2017 were black. The contract, as it was recently ratified, still encourages officer abuse and lack of accountability, and frankly, I'm not sure how council and the mayor continue to sign contracts that discourage officer accountability. This not only harms the citizens and communities of Columbus and disproportionately black people, it also harms the police department and the city as a whole. We must insist the following policies are in future contracts before ratifying. All are reasonable and exist in contracts nationwide. Where it applies, I've noted sections of the previous contract. But first a few things not addressed in the contract that should be. Implicit, as many people noted today, implicit bias and de-escalation training along with CIT should be prioritized, rewarded, and even mandated. All of us have biases. Few of us have the life and death power and weaponry officers have. Regarding de-escalation, the first goal of officers in safeguarding the public should always be attempting to calm tense situations rather than ramping them up and even provoking them. When being investigated, officers mustn't be given 24 hours before they're questioned, that's section 82A2. To assure accurate reporting, officers need interviewed within hours of any altercation. And they should be drug tested immediately as a matter of course. It is unconscionable that the current contract can be used as a shield from drug and alcohol testing, even in cases where citizens have been seriously injured or killed. That's section 17.5A. Witnesses to complaints against officers need their identities protected so folks can feel safe exposing officer misconduct. It makes sense that officers receive details about complaints filed against them, that's section 8.3D, but they should not have preliminary access to names and addresses of their accusers and witnesses, creating a climate of intimidation and discouraging reporting. That officers' records are expunged a year after being subjected to verbal discipline, written reprimands removed in 3, and suspensions removed in 6 years, that's section 1010, even after the most serious offenses, what other job would allow such crucial records to be erased, especially one where life and far too often death are literally in and by their hands? Brutality at the hands of Columbus Police must stop, and it's in our power to stop it. The police contract as it stands encourages deadly and irresponsible behavior, and it is hard to understand how it was again signed. Thank you.
If you have a copy of your recommendations, we would like to have it.